Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. Today, we're going to be talking about a subclass of the Barbarian, straight out of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. We're going to be talking about the Beast Barbarian. This is a barbarian that, when they choose this subclass at level 3, they tap into their more primal side, really channeling the power of nature and of monsters, and making themselves bestial whenever they rage. A lot of their features lean into this whole fury and animal power sort of thing, and there's a few selections you can make along the way to decide exactly how this is going to best suit you. So let's have a look. Starting right away at level 3, when you choose this subclass, you get Form of the Beast. When you rage, you choose one of 3 different natural weapons that your body grows and maintains during your rage. You can either grow fangs, so you get a bite attack. The bite attack does 1d8, so it's reasonably strong. And if you're below half health, you can regain a number of hit points equal to your proficiency modifier whenever you use this attack. And there's actually no limit to that, so you can just keep topping yourself off with a couple hit points every time you hit someone, and that's not bad at all. So if you're low on health, that's a good weapon to choose. Now the other weapons you can choose, you get claws. The claws do 1d6 damage, but they automatically include extra attack on one of your attacks. So if you are level 3 barbarian, you get extra attack when you use your claws, so that's 2d6. And it doesn't even take a bonus action to do, it just automatically happens. And if you get extra attack at level 5, now this becomes 3 attacks instead of the 2. So it does lay down extra hits. And if you're reckless attacking, they're all with advantage, so why wouldn't you? But for my money, the best one is the tail. If you decide to grow the tail, now you have a 1d8 weapon, similar to the bite, but this one has a reach. Instead of 5 feet, you can attack from 10. But that's not all. It also has a defensive feature. While the tail is out, if you get hit, you can use your reaction to add that d8 of damage to your AC instead, similar to the shield spell. And it maintains against that attack, so you keep the d8 of AC, and it will just make you much tankier. It's the defensive option and the reach option. So it's honestly the best of both worlds for my money. But the fact that you can choose which one you want, and all of them have their place depending on what situation you're in, I'd say this is a 9 out of 10 power. It's actually really, really good. The only real downside is that you can't use other weapons, so if you happen to find magical weapons, this kind of becomes a moot point. But the odds of you finding a super weapon at level 3 anyway is kind of low. Now, at level 6, the Barbarian gets the Bestial Soul power. Every time you take a rest, long or short, you get to choose a natural benefit. You either gain a climbing speed, or you gain a swimming speed and the ability to breathe underwater, or you gain an ability to add to your jump distance equal to an athletics check, which is a significant bump to jumping. That's a big jump, going from like 10 feet to maybe 20 or 25 once per turn, to be fair. However, these benefits don't go away, and they cost nothing. You don't have to be raging to get them. You just have them, and you can swap them as need be. So either climbing speed, or swimming speed, or water breathing, or super jumping, if that does come up. Not to mention, at 6th level, also all of your attacks from your bestial weapons, your Form of the Beast, become magical for the purposes of overcoming resistance. So level 6 is really where it's at. You get some good out-of-combat utility abilities for your Barbarian that you switch up, and magical attacks. So that's win-win, 10 out of 10 at level 6. You are sitting pretty. Now, at level 10, the next ability you get is Infectious Fury. You can do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. When you attack a creature, you force them to make a wisdom save. If they fail it, then one of 2 things happen. You can either force them to reaction attack another creature, so making them attack one of their allies, Or you can just have them take extra damage, 2d12 psychic damage. Basically, it's infecting them, and either their brain gets fried or they will attack someone unwillingly. Also using their reaction. You can only do this a few times, though. And so this isn't something you can lean into, causing extra damage over and over again, and also the attacks have to be the same turn you hit. So if there's not another enemy nearby, you can direct that attack to. It doesn't work super well, but the extra damage is usually what I'd go for. All in all, Infectious Fury is a 7 out of 10. If they save, nothing happens, and if they don't save, they take some extra damage a few times per long rest. It's okay. And then finally, at level 14, you get Call the Hunt. Call the Hunt is a cool one. You go into your rage and you can designate willing creatures within 30 feet of you up to your Constitution modifier, which as a barbarian should be reasonably high, so you're going to pick 4 or 5 of your allies, probably your whole party. You gain 5 temporary hit points for each ally that agrees to do this, and during your rage, that ally can apply an extra d6 to their damages once per turn. Now you're at level 14 when this happens. Up to 25 temporary hit points during your rage, and an extra d6 to all of your allies isn't bad. There are some spells that came online that, in earlier levels that could do similar things. This just happens automatically when you rage. It just feels a little minimal. Like, this doesn't feel like a capstone ability. This feels like something you should have gotten at, like, level 6 or level 10. I don't think it's terrible. I mean, you're going to get those 10 hit points, and you're going to do that extra damage, and it's going to help you, but it just doesn't impress me. I say another 7 out of 10. It's definitely a little lackluster. But that's kind of how the Beast Barbarian is. Real good early on, and then tailing off near the end of the Barbarian's career. Of course, you're still a Barbarian, and you're still going to rock the house, but yeah, your higher level features don't impact as much as your lower level ones. And I say, for the Beast Barbarian, 8 out of 10. The theme is great, the natural weapons and the out-of-combat abilities are phenomenal. So if that's your vibe, or you're not going to be going into like the higher tiers of play, go ahead and pick this one, because it's great. But if you're going to be looking for those real high-level features, I might give this one a pass. This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below, and keep your eyes peeled for more subclass reviews coming down the line soon. Have a good one, my friends.